Okay, so this is a 2006 Pontiac G6. I've been working on this car off and on for the past week. Most of my time has been waiting on parts, which brings me to my point. Always a good idea to double check everything. It doesn't matter if you think you found the problem or not, because I came into this thinking I would be changing this valve spring, and it turned out that it wouldn't be the only one. So the exhaust valve spring was also broken, along with the intake valve spring. I looked at the other ones to make sure, and they're all fine. I even tapped on them a little bit with a mallet just to make sure that everything was good. Lucky for me, I've got two of these valves here, made in Canada. It was a bit of a hassle trying to get these, given that Pontiac's not really in business anymore. So, which is great. Hopefully, we'll have this done by tomorrow. Should not be an issue. I don't think it's an unrealistic timeline. We'll see though. I got kids. I got this cheap little valve spring compressor because I didn't want to take the head off, and it's not an overhead cam. You know, those ones can be a little bit more tricky. So I got this thing pretty cheap at O'Reilly's. Okay, so basically you've got your valve in here. This is right side up. Don't forget your retainer. So we want to put this in here like so. Throw it into our compressor. You can pinch the sides to open up the jaws there. Basically, should fit in something just like that. And then once you've got it in a good spot, twist to compress. Okay, so what we needed enough compression that we can set this down over the valve and then put our little retainers in. Very important that you don't lose these. Mine were still in okay shape. The valves weren't bent or anything, but the spring was broken. These things are super sketchy, man. I've been fucking waiting for one to pop off. It's not really a good place to hold it, because if you push in on these are gonna let go, and this thing's just gonna fucking eject like a rocket. I've been closing my eyes at times. Definitely not giving it a side profile so it doesn't hit me in the side of the head. But that's pretty good. That's pretty compressed. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna hold the valve from underneath, get my spring in place. Goes on like that. Get your retainer in place. These things are small and slippery, and once you get them in, you can loosen up the tension on the spring. comes loose. Side, open it up, and that's it. We now have 2 new valve springs. Intake and exhaust on the 3rd cylinder. It's a V6. I'll get the surfaces cleaned up. New gaskets. And then it should all fall back in place. This thing should run like new. So the way these are designed, you really have to fully dismantle this top end to get a new intake gasket on, which kind of sucks. But these new ones we have, they're like metal and silicone or whatever they use for the sealing portions. And right now I'm just loosening the rockers. Do that. Pull the push rods. So that's pretty much set. Okay, that's where that goes. I have new head bolts, so I'll be replacing those. And then I'll put the rockers and push rods in. Okay, so these are directional. This does not go that side, that goes to this side. I'm just gonna lay it there for a second. It's not gonna hurt anything, you can clean it off. here. Okay.